What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Bet with Britt. I am your host, Brittany Chantel, and thank y'all so much for being here today. Please subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you're feeling about the content, what I can improve on, what y'all want to see, what topics y'all want to hear me talk about. But y'all know I'm going to be bringing that fire, them breaking news, top stories that's going around the NFL and the WNBA. Now, so I've already made a video about the NFL currently with some contracts and some top stories that we have going on. So if you haven't watched it, make sure to go ahead and take a look at that video. But today we about to be just discussing a recap of the WNBA, talking about Monica Mcnutt, Angel Reese, and Chennedy Carter. I don't know why I can't talk today, y'all. It's really, y'all, life just be lifing, right? But I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to be here putting these videos on even when I'm not feeling like it, right? Because I go to work even when I'm not feeling like it, right? So why can't I get on here and make this commitment and show up like I promised myself that I was going to do every week? So we're going to get through this, right? So let's back this up, right? So we talking Monica Mcnutt, Chennedy Carter, and Caitlin Clark. That was going on. And also just the amazing packed weekend and yesterday, or it's going to be posted. So yesterday of basketball that we had. So let's get into it. So over the weekend, it was a lot of talk about a flagrant foul call that Chennedy Carter initiated on Caitlin Clark. It was initially just a regular foul, and then after the game, they ended up upgrading it to a flagrant one. Caitlin Clark was waiting for the ball to be inbounded. Chennedy came up to her, kind of gave her like a bump, knocked her on the ground. Okay. So there's been a lot of talk about why are they allowing people to be physical with her. And so on Monday on First Take, it was Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, Monica Mcnutt, and Molly Curum, of course. And they were discussing first of all, it was a top story coming into the show, right? So we know Caitlin Clark is going to be the topic of a lot of WNBA discussions that go around, right? And nobody is disputing that fact or not saying that they don't want that, right? Because those eyes on the league is good. But it's this notion that the players have to somewhat worship her. And even Stephen A. used the term savior. Like, why would you do that to the savior? The savior of what? The savior of what? The league was not in any type of turmoil. They were actually up 40% from the previous year. Like, they were on the up and up. Did Caitlin Clark come in and take it to a whole new height? Absolutely. But we're also not going to say that these women can't be competitive, because that is what it is at the end of the day. It's a competition. These ladies are not coming out here to be nice. They have mortgages to pay for, kids. These ladies play basketball year round. You're talking about grown women. This is not college. And so, you know, Diana Taurasi came out and said there might be a little bit of transition. And other players have come out, you know, Sabrina Ionescu came out and said it was going to be a little bit of a transition, and they were labeled hating. It's like, no, that is a huge transition. Not only the grueling schedule, and prior to that, the travel that came along with that, it was also the competitiveness. And these are grown professional basketball players. Some of the plays that you were able to do in college, you're not going to be able to do here, because they're not going to give you that much space, especially if you're coming in first round draft pick. They know that you're a lethal 3-point shooter. They're not going to give you any type of space. They're going to be all up on you. And so that's going to be, or is, you know, because there's only been 11 games in the season so far. But that's going to be a little bit of a transition for her. And I don't think that was bad that anyone said that. And so Monica Mcnutt kind of just got on there and kind of got on Stephen A. It's like, nobody is saying that she has not done great for the league, but it's just this notion that women are jealous, or it's kind of like Caitlin Clark versus the W, and that's far from the truth. These ladies love the new attention, the sponsorships, the perks that all comes along with that. But that's not going to stop them from going out there and bussing every chance that they get. I mean, they are competitors at the end of the day, and we must respect that. I know that there are a lot of new eyes on here on the WNBA, and if they're coming there, a lot of them are there because of Caitlin Clark. They don't watch. I'm not going to say they don't watch a lot of games, because the viewership for all games have been up. Attendance has been up on all games. The Las Vegas Aces sold out 15 of their 20 games. So it's not just one person, right? But do they bring a lot for their fan base? Absolutely. But it does not speak for them as a whole. Just same way, you know how you feel something in your chest? It's kind of like, ooh, it's going to come out. It came out. But it's the same thing with like Chennedy Carter. Like, her play that she did, Chennedy plays hard. She is a dog. She classifies herself as that. She said it. And she's going to play hard on you regardless of who you are and what your name is. She's going to play hard on who's ever in front of her. You got the opposite jersey, oh, I'm coming after you. Regardless. She doesn't care. And so she's had to work on that. And she is still working on that. And I feel like the Chennedy Carter that we got is a great representation of how far she's come. Because I feel like if she would have went to a press conference or something like that, like, it would have been blown out to even more than what it was blown out to. So shout out to her for anger management, girl. I know that's right. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. Getting control of oneself and knowing when to ask for help is the ultimate flex. So don't get it twisted. But I say all this to say, like, I was really happy. I was in my car driving, like, snapping for Monica Mcnutt, because it just feels like the media is just trying to run with this story. And I don't know if it's because the team is not doing as good, and so they don't really have anything to talk about. So it's just like, bring it up that people are jealous of her and that they don't like her, because what are y'all talking about? This is the first incident regarding Caitlin Clark that we've had in like 11 games. Monica Mcnutt gave a great point. But did we have any uproar when Angel Reese was slung on the ground multiple times? And I'm not even talking about Alyssa Thomas, when she was playing against Joaquel Jones of the Liberty. She's got flung all over on the ground. No. And what does she do? She goes in her press conference and says, no, I expect for them to come at me like that. They don't care that I'm a rookie. They don't care what my name is. They're going to come after me. Why is it that she can say something like that in her press conferences, but then Caitlin Clark in her press conferences, yeah, I don't know why they come at me like that. You know, they get away with doing stuff. I'm like, what? Aaliyah Boston is looking at her like, girl, what? Like, are you serious? Listen, the goalpost moves, right? We have to be, we have to show grace at all time. And so this conversation, it's not only basketball, it has so many layers to it because of how this all came about and all the hatred that Angel Reese has received unwarrantedly. Like, she's playing ball. Like, at the end of the day, she's a competitor. And she's turned into this quote-unquote villain, which I don't even know how or why she has that title, right? But she is looking phenomenal. and all the talk about how her game wasn't gonna transcend. What are y'all saying now? Because she is an offensive board monster. An offensive board monster. The second chance points that she's allowed for her team, they have a few pieces to work out, right? And if you were watching their game, they played tonight against the Liberty. They were looking really, really good. But I just feel like I feel like Spoon's still trying to figure out the lineup, like first team, second team, and stuff like that, especially with Camilla coming back, and then Izzy's coming back from her knee and stuff like that, which she was looking real good tonight too. But I feel like I like Diamond DeShields, but I feel like if you're going to bring anybody out from that first team, you need to put Chennedy Carter in the starting lineup, because that explosiveness, they have such a slow start. And I feel like Kennedy's like, go and get him will be so helpful for them. It'll be real helpful. So that's my only real thing. I'll go over the scores for tonight. But the Storm and the Mercury are actually still currently playing. I have the game recorded, so I'm going to just go back after I'm done recording this video, because I wanted to make sure I did 2 videos back to back to make sure that I'm sticking with my commitments to myself and to y'all. Just making sure that I'm bringing y'all the exclusive content and breaking news. I be trying not to do like a lot of gossip and rumor things that I hear going on around the league, because I only want to bring like factual stuff, right? I don't want to be no like gossip thing about going on the league. I mean, that's no. And number one, the main reason we here, once the season gets started, we're making money. Okay? Now, I have started betting on WNBA, right? So I feel like next week I'm going to come bring a couple of predictions for y'all. But the predictions that I do when I upload on Monday, they're going to be for the games that's either on Monday or for that week. Because, you know, the week, they don't play on Monday. So that'll be a great way for me to post on Monday, because games aren't on Monday. And we'll get started Tuesday going forward. Because it's just kind of easier to do it that way. Especially because it's an off day. A lot of breaking news comes out on Sunday. So it's just easier. Until I do like multiple days or something, Sunday to kind of record, edit, and then post Monday, and we discuss. It's coming along, y'all. If y'all watched my first video, which I hope that y'all have, because I really want y'all to see the growth in me and the growth in my channel, and that's only gonna come from y'all rocking with me and building with me. So I want all the comments, all the love. I'm trying to start getting into like reels and stuff like that, but I told myself I was just gonna maintain just kind of one platform to post consistently all the time. I post on Instagram, but it's really just kind of like, oh, my video's here, you know. It's not really nothing, but I'm gonna add more to that. Oh, my dog going. Cruz, stop. Let him out. Well, y'all, that concludes this episode. But please like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and turn on those post notifications so y'all get alerted for the next video. And I will see y'all next time.